All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. Happy June. I hope you are where you want to be with your personal business goals of sponsoring parties and recruiting. So make sure that you are on track with that. This is wrapping up our last month of the current incentive period. Congratulations to all of you that have earned either level 1, 2, or 3, are still working hard. Per the audit, I always do a little audit period afterwards. So I know I was really trying so hard and to earn this incentive, and it's going to be a fun one to get those sales kits, the season and sales kits. It really helps earning those and having those when you launch a new catalog season, because you don't have to buy them. It's already at your fingertips for you to smell and share away. So I love that incentive, but usually the next one that they're going to be offering and we'll be entering into is the big trip. So I know you probably see a lot of the people on the Disney trip right now and loving that. So now is time to start planning what you're doing right now in your business during this springtime going into summer comes into play, and it all reflects in the fall. So you're setting yourself up right now for that fall incentive trip, how you're going to earn it. Believe it or not, it's all connected. It does take planning and intentional focus where you are going to earn that incentive trip. You need to start planning for that now. It always revolves around sponsoring and always revolves around sales. You can count on those two requirements being every single incentive period that we own and have. Okay, let's get started first. This week, leading the way, out of 2,199 people, we're going to go our top 10 in PRV this week. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. In 10th place, Director Cami Beam in West Virginia. 9th place, Superstar Consultant in West Virginia, Catherine Knight. 8th place, Director in Missouri, Alyssa Hancock. A Star Consultant, Mandy Martin in West Virginia, is in 7th. 6th place, Director Ashley Goebel, Director in West Virginia, who's at Disney right now also. 5th place, Superstar Director Sarah Caceres, also in Disney in Virginia. 4th place, Brandy Kernick, a certified consultant in Pennsylvania. I am in 3rd. 2nd place is Director Amanda Thome in Maryland. Congratulations to you. And leading the way, Director Crystal Newsom out of West Virginia. So congratulations to all of you. We still have some time remaining left in the month. And then sponsoring, we've got Tiara Andrade, Sarah Doman, Emily Miller, Ashley Rajcock, Letitia Galloway, Tracy Thompson, Crystal Newsom, Wanda Booth, Heather Schaefer, Sarah Caceres, Michaela Arnett, Jessica Rogers, Kayla Rohrbaugh, and then has sponsored 2 consultants, is Cassandra Norris. So congratulations to all of you for leading the way, leading the example. Out of 2,199 people, that's pretty amazing with our top 10 this week and with sponsoring. Okay, couple of things. I had reached out on our group pages and I asked, what's some stuff that you want to know about? And so I specifically am going to answer those things, but I also had several consultants were asking me about my red, white, and boom boxes. So I'm going to touch base on those and share with you about whiff boxes, adding extra stuff to it, how you can't promote it, you can promote it, the do's and don'ts of that. And then we'll just dive right into the other things that I wanted to talk about also, along the lines of with your team, how to motivate them. I know a couple of you had asked those topics as well. And how do I overcome going live on videos? So we're going to talk about that too. So it is going to be a little bit of a variety of topics tonight, but I really wanted to make sure I addressed each and every one of your concerns and questions and to be able to help you. I don't know that I'll be able to create the watermark tonight because that may take a different call, but we will try to get one of those scheduled ASAP. Okay, so first things first, let's quickly touch on fundraisers. Right now is a really great time to be marketing for a fundraiser opportunity. A really good customer of mine, she was put on Facebook the calendar date. You pay to play and you just pick a date and you donate. Like if you're on the 5th, I'll take the 5th and I give her $5, right? And it's for softball. So anytime I try to help out and watch my customers' feed where I can comment and go, oh, sure, I'd love to donate. However, I'd love to set up a shopping link and donate my proceeds to help Emery earn her softball funds. So pay attention in your feed of your customers. Who's in sports? Who's trying to raise money? Who's got a student going off to college that might need some new stuff for their dorm rooms, right? Setting up just an easy shopping link as a fundraiser is a great way to have that available in addition to our showcase brochures, which is the full-blown catalog. We also do scent circle fundraisers. You could do a really nice 3 fragrance bundle for fragrance flowers, 3 for $50 instead of $45, and let them keep the overage like we do with our scent circles. So there are packages that you could offer to do and have that set up. So I know a bunch of you were in the monthly movement group, and if you were watching Superstar Director Wendy, she did the fragrance flowers in office spaces where it's literally just the scan. They can order, scan, and go. That's a very great way to run a fragrance flower fundraiser. So you might look into that. But typically fundraisers are basically you collecting orders and you choosing to donate your proceeds of profit out of your paycheck to either an individual or a organization. Okay, so it's totally up to you how much you want to donate. Where do you start finding the people to do fundraisers? It's more than likely not going to be from a stranger. I'm going to keep it very real when I'm talking to all of you. I don't want you wasting your time hopeful posting or putting flyers out to strangers. Typically, your business and your growth is going to come with people that you know or affiliated with somebody that you do know, a friend of a friend, right? It's going to be a referral base. A lot of times this business is not going to be built on posting a shopping link and hoping and praying you're going to get business from it. If you're looking to expand your business, you got to constantly be meeting new people. So with fundraising, decide who you're doing it for. It's going to probably be somebody that you know. So start making a list of people that are either in sporting organizations, play sports, going to college, anybody that you know has young kids in school with PTA, PTO, moms groups, Bible study groups, it doesn't matter. Just start thinking of people that are trying to raise money and get an ongoing list going. On the fundraising idea, Tammy, I'm not sure what you mean. You asked them to shop. Are you talking about the fragrance flower? So typically, if you watch her video in the monthly movement, the fragrance flower idea in the business, everything is right there where they literally can scan and place an order for everything right there. Her video is very detailed and explains all of that. So I hope that's what you're talking about, Tammy. If not, just let me know and I can clarify. So finding the people that want to do the fundraiser and then pitching it. I, at all times, have my Scent Circle fundraiser information packet set up. When I do an event, I have a fundraiser. It's a QR code that they can scan, and they can get any type of fundraising information for me. So I don't necessarily have to have it on me. Sometimes I intentionally say, you know what, let me get your information. I'd love to mail you a fundraising packet with our info. That way it's giving me a reason to follow up with them and create that relationship, okay? This is a relationship business. It's not going to be just a one-time I want to take care of them with customer service to be able to create that relationship to where they come to me for all their fragrance needs. So it's done the exact same way, Tammy, as our Scent Circle fundraisers. So we would have them you buy them 6, buy 5, get 1 free for $15. When I do a fundraiser, I sell them 6 for $20. That is tax and shipping included. Anything over that goes straight to the organization. And then part 2 is of my commission. So the commission and the money raised is 2 parts. If you're selling it for more than what it's allowed, the overage plus the commission out of the PRV. And so it comes out to be, I have it on a sheet. I think it's in our Dropbox. Y'all have seen this document I've had for years. So that is our lighthearted fundraiser talk. If anybody has specific questions about it, feel free to use the chat or unmute, and I can answer specific questions about fundraising. So next on the list, when I asked, was how to be there for, train, and motivate your team. How do you motivate your team without being rude, pushy, or overbearing? And then getting past that personal feeling that you feel like you're pestering them. Okay, so here's what it is: a mindset. I think a lot of times when we are doing Scentsy, it's a lot of fun. I think we all enjoy it so much. And I think it is a mindset of how you perceive yourself in your business. Do you take yourself seriously as a businesswoman or a businessman? When you look at it as a full-time business, or this is a business for me, I think it erases that thought sometimes of, oh gosh, am I bothering them? Because at this point, if you were working, let's say at 7-Eleven, and you had to train a new person coming in to work the register or figure out how the protocol works, you would want, your boss would want you to show and instruct the new employee what to do, the right and wrong way to do things. Just as in this business, when someone bought the $99 starter kit, I would say their first 30 days of the momentum is really going to determine their pace at what they move at. If you get a slow start, it's probably going to be a slow snail start ending that way. If you approach it in the sense of, well, it's just $200 a year, which works for a lot of people. Kathy and I were just talking about that. If you signed up with that intent, great, it's for you, but that's not a business for you. We won't reach out to people like that. But if you will start talking and leading this with a business opportunity to people, you'll attract the more business-minded people, I think. So, for example, in my personal experience, I have done umpteen direct sales companies since I was 18. This is my full-time job. This is solely my only gig that I do. And when I train, I'm training you to treat this and be a businesswoman, right? Be able to quit that other job or earn the income that you want, or whatever Scentsy may be. I'm training you to help you build a solid business that will generate 6 figures for you, is my goal, right? The tools are there. It's just up to you whether you decide to do them or not. So I think it is flipping that switch and that mentality of your own head, and I wouldn't say necessarily rude would be the right description, because it's not like you're calling these people up and going, hey, bimbo, you better put that $500 in today, or I'm going to cancel you off Facebook. Oh, partner, you're teamy, right, teamy? No, I mean, we're not being like rude like that, calling people bimbos, or like, I mean, I don't even know how else you'd be rude to someone. It really is your own head thinking, oh gosh, I'm really bothering them. But you're not. And it's you stopping you when it comes to, do you want this to be a business, or do you just want to place your orders and sell product and make things look, cute and have fun, right? There is some really fun things to do with this job that we probably spend too much time doing and get sidetracked, because You give me a good craft item or making stuff cute. Listen, I would be doing this all day long, but is this really building my business? Probably not. No, it's not income producing, but it sure is fun, right? So think of that when you are bringing on a new team member. Break the cycle. Think about who you have brought on in the past. How have you approached it when they've joined? Were you talking with them every single day, having conversations? Or did they join and you just kind of sat back and like, okay, you tell everybody you're selling Scentsy now, get that launch party scheduled. But are you really following up with them and walking them through the process, talking with them on a regular basis, building that relationship? Their influence really is going to make a big difference in the beginning of how they start, and you being present, walking them through and teaching them, just as the 7-Eleven employee, right? Like, they don't know how to run this as a business. And I think too, it's your mindset and the way that you're getting them off the ground. All of my team members hit shooting star. That is what we do in Team Chicks with Bricks. We earn our shooting star and we hit sensational level 1, 2, and 3. This is how I'm training. This is how I'm doing. This is what we do. If you don't do it, it's okay. But you will start to slowly see the turn of people, how they're entering your business and your organization. They start treating it like a business where the doubt doesn't so much creep in. And you have to remember that, because a lot of times it is your own fear that is holding you back from a lot of these things in this business. It could be something from, like Tammy said earlier, the question about going live. How do I overcome this? You know, how do I not seem pushy? How do I get recruits? Shayna said, I need a team member. So you identify the problem, and then we adapt and overcome. We find the solution, because I'm going to tell you, it's possible. There are so many people out there that are still partying every month and still sponsoring every month, earning level 3 incentive. Like, it is happening. You've just got to figure out and change it up to make your results different. So whatever you're doing now with you're trying to train and motivate and inspire a team, let's say, and take a look at who you're trying to train, motivate, and inspire. Is it someone putting in $20 every 6 months? You're not going to motivate that. Like, I don't mean to be like the bearer of bad news. It's not going to be your job to motivate them. What you can do, though, is sponsor someone new and keep them excited from the get-go and train them the right way you want your team. And it's constant communication. Nothing is going to replace this relationship business. There is no app, automated system. Nothing's going to do your job of building that relationship with other people, right? So keep that in mind too when you have look at who you're trying to motivate and inspire. And you have to remember this and self-check yourself too. They're going to duplicate exactly what you do as their sponsor. So if you're showing up to trainings and you're going and you're sharing about it, your team will do as you do. If you're partying, guess what? Your team's going to be partying. If you're just selling inventory and doing individual orders, guess what your team is going to do? They're going to just sell inventory and do orders. They are going to duplicate exactly what you're doing. If you have one team member, do you know when I sponsored my first recruit, Jesse Spears, however many long years ago, I literally had I would start doing team meetings for one person and was already thinking of team names when I had one person underneath me. Do you know why? If you want to be a director, you start acting like a director. You start doing the things that you want to do as that director. Start seeing yourself in this role, and you have to show up. You've got to show up to go up. Well, I was talking with Callie earlier, and she said Nicole did a conference call with her the other day. And, you know, Callie, I think it's like 15,000 something people in their organization. And less than 1% of these people get on these training calls. I would say that too. Out of what did we say, 2,199? We have 26 people on here watching. I would say that's less than 1% of people, right? And that is exactly why less than 1% of the people make it to superstar director in this company. You are the minority of the people that are willing to do and show up to go up. Not everyone's going to be doing this because it's not easy. It requires discipline, it requires hard work, and it requires you to be so laser focused on growing your team. It's partying and promotions. That's it. It is really that duplicatable system: partying, promotion, host, flip, repeat, right? At what point do you stop reaching out to a team member that aren't turning in orders and don't reply to your messages? It's pretty similar to baseball, Mama Bev. I mean, strike three, you're out. I'm not going to water a plant that's already dead. If you want my honest opinion, that's why I give my time to those that show up. If you meet me halfway, I will be there for you. I will help you, but do not make me do 51% of the work, because I will turn my back and walk away. I have my own business to run, and it may sound so selfish, but those people that show up are going to get my attention first. You pull away, it's your job to come back. We have all your resources at our fingertips, everything that we've got, all the tools, everything. And here's the deal. You've got to find those people that are walking the walk and talking the talk. Numbers don't lie. I've always told you, pick the people you're following where at any time their numbers back them up. I will never tell you to do something if I'm not doing it myself. Never. And there's a lot of leaders like that, but there's also leaders that talk a really good game and have a really good image and do really great things, but they haven't sponsored anyone. Be careful who you're listening to and spending your time to, because you want to make sure it's getting you closer to your goal, right? But you've also got to have people meet you halfway. There's no reason you as a sponsor should be pouring into someone that is just not meeting you halfway. Time is money. You only have so much in a day, and what you do choose to spend your time on is what you're going to see grow, right? Okay, next on the list is, I've got too many things open. How to overcome live videos. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And customers, how do you get customers to join my team? You know, honestly, I loved that question, because in my personal opinion, it is so much easier to get someone to flip and join on a really good party. It is so hard when someone comes to you, and I know y'all heard me say this over and over again, if they're coming to buy light bulbs. Oh, you should do what I do. Mention it. Yes, you want to be saying it, because you've got to get comfortable saying, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Every time you close your mouth and you don't say something, another consultant like me is. And my job is not to make you have, like, if I could give everybody 100% confidence and the courage and all the things. I mean, I have done a lot of scary things in my life that scared the tar out of me. I mean, speaking on stage, I mean, the people that have known me for a long time know I hated it. Like, I have grown as a person, as a leader. I am not the same person that I was when I joined 12 years ago. And that's what you want. If you're still in the same place today as you were when you joined, we've got a problem. We've got to reevaluate and figure out where you're going. And no, Rachel, you can always ask questions. You know why? Because you're meeting me halfway. I don't have a problem answering people's questions, or you feel like you're bothering me, right? I don't feel like you're bothering me, but you're putting that on yourself. It's just how Mama Bev and all the other leaders were saying, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to follow up with them. Here, I've got new consultants that just joined, feel like they're bothering me. And here she's a powerhouse and already hit certified, asking all the questions. Yes, ma'am, you better keep asking me questions, because if a new consultant is not coming to me 24/7 asking questions, I'm not doing my job. You don't know everything when you first join this company. I don't expect you to. But I do expect you to listen to what I'm teaching you and put it into play. So when you sponsor your first team member, it's now a duplicatable system that it is just rinse and repeat, right? Like, this is all it's about: partying and promotions, partying and promotions. It really is that simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Now, whatever partying style is your way, I'm going to tell you, of course, home party in person is the way to go. Nothing beats in-person relationship building when you're out and about getting to know people. If you've got to do it online, but become really good at it. YouTube videos, Figure it out. People run online businesses. I don't run an online business. I'm in the relationship business where if somebody says Cincy, they're like, oh, you need to go see Heather. She'll take really good care of you. That's not necessarily going to happen online, but my name will come out of my customer's mouth like that because I have the relationship with them. So figure out, are you doing basket parties? Are you doing whatever it may be, events? You've got to just be partying and be meeting people. Okay, next is I want to talk about this, and I think this will help. I will help you with this, Tammy, because I know a lot of people have the same problem, and you are not alone when I tell you this. It is people don't want to go live for different reasons. People don't want to sponsor for different reasons. Everybody's scared of something in this business. You at one point, more than one point in this career, will hold you back from something in this. I don't care what it is. It may be you don't like the way you look on camera. You don't want to smile. You don't want to talk. You're afraid you're going to mess up. There's a lot of different factors that you have to be brave. You've got to put yourself out there and you've got to take a chance. Nothing great has ever come from somebody not making a mistake. The mistakes count, right? And so you have to be vulnerable and you have to be willing to get out there and overcome what you're so scared to do, okay? So I was reading this article and I loved it. It comes into a lot of different things, I think, with our business and in life in general. And so I want to share it with you guys because it opens up and it says, why is it that once fallen, we don't attempt to rise back up? Or having lost one thing, why don't we attempt to seek another? Why do we do this? Because we give up on ourselves too soon. Well, we all let that monster named negativity chew us up and spit us out into a mucky puddle of self-doubt. And I know every single one of us has had these thoughts, one way or the other. Some of us are braver in other areas of our business or of our relationship or whatever it may be. No one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes. We've all been there at some point. So if you can relate, I just want to read through these little reminders to tell yourself when you start letting those thoughts creep in, or it starts consuming you or diverts you to doing something else off track that you really need to stay focused with what you're doing. So the first one she talks about is when your marriage, parenting, faith, etc. gets tough, it's not a sign that you're doing it wrong. These intimate, intricate aspects of life are toughest when you're doing them right. When you're dedicating time, having the tough conversations, and making daily sacrifices. And I know we can all relate to that. How many sacrifices do we all make on a daily basis on so many aspects of our business, of our life, of many, many different things? On particularly hard days when you feel that you can't endure, remind yourself that your track record of getting through the hard days is 100% so far. We've all made it through on the other side, right? But we sure look at those days and go, oh, I'm never going to get through this. But your track record's 100%. You did that live video and guess what? You didn't die. You still connected with people, right? You forgot a word. So what? It's okay. Have a little faith that the universe has a plan for you and it's all being revealed in the right time frame. Something you will eventually learn through all your ups and downs is that there really are no wrong decisions in life. It's just choices that will take your life down different paths. Sometimes you must get hurt in order to grow, or lose in order to gain. Sometimes the lesson you need most can only be learned through a little pain. The next one, this one I loved. It spoke to me so much. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Very powerful. Life is not about maintaining the status quo. Life is not about playing it safe every second. Life is not about standing still and wallowing in self-doubt. It's about connecting with your soul, respecting your integrity, and telling yourself that you're able. It's about taking a few steps, regardless of how small or how hard they may be, so you can move forward and evolve. You must make a firm decision that you're going to move forward. It won't always happen naturally or automatically. Sometimes you will have to rise up and say, I don't care how hard this is. I don't care how disappointed I am. I am not going to let this get the best of me. I am moving on. No matter what's happening, you can efficiently fight the battles of today. It's only when you add the battles of those two relentless eternities, yesterday and tomorrow, that life gets overwhelmingly complicated. Realize that it's not the experience of today by itself that devastates you, but the regret and the resentment about something that happened yesterday, or the fear and dread of what tomorrow might bring. It's necessary, therefore, to let yourself live just one day at a time, just today. Be here, be right here, right now at this moment. When you stop worrying about what you can't control, you have time to change the things you can control, and that changes everything. Don't worry about mistakes and failures. Worry about what you're giving up when you don't even try. Making mistakes means you're actually doing something in the real world and learning from it. Listening or reading is often just listening or reading. It's not learning. Real learning comes from making mistakes, and mistakes come from gradual implementation. If you never go after it again, you'll never have it. If you never ask again, the answer will always be no. If you never step forward again, you're stuck right where you are. In this space between I'll try again and I give up, there's a lifetime. It's the difference between the path you walk and the one you leave behind. It's the gap between who you are capable of being and who you have become. It's the legroom for the fairy tales you tell yourself in the future about what could have been. Everyone has a little talent. What's rare is the courage to follow it into the dark places where it leads and beyond. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's a simple whisper at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. So if you're still sitting there thinking, things should be different right now, take a deep breath. That's not true and you know it. Because if it were, things would be different right now. Stay present and stay focused on what you can create today, and tomorrow will reveal itself exactly as it should, just as yesterday already has. So it's your turn to reinforce your better judgment. All the love and validation you need is yours to give yourself. Let that sink in. Then leverage the reminders, as we said above, to let them sink in just a little bit deeper. Truth be told, someday everything will make better sense. Unimaginably good things will transpire in your life, even if things don't turn out exactly the way you anticipated. And you'll look back at these past times and you'll smile and you'll ask yourselves, how did I get through all of that? And I think many of us could already do that. In life, in our business, it is 100% things that will stop you. The only thing that's stopping you is you. And I think you've got to check yourself at times and give yourself a pep talk and give yourself some courage, give yourself a little grace, and figure out where you want to be, where you want to go, what's going to get you there. It is the partying and the promotions. That is the cycle that is getting growth. And it is how you are portraying your business to others, what they see you doing. They're watching. Your teammates are watching. They're going to duplicate what you do. Okay, so let me go back over here. Very powerful. Definitely need to work on my self-confidence. No, everybody does. You're not alone. And I'm still working on my self-confidence. It may look like I'm strong, but no, there are things where I still am constantly working on. No one is perfection. Everybody is a work in progress. But I think you've got to constantly be pouring in. You've got to constantly be learning. And the moment that you stop and become complacent is the problem. I think every morning I wake up, I have that book, I'm listening to Audible as I'm getting ready. I've got something pumping in my brain to where I'm learning every single day. A motivational speaker. If you're in a bad mood, just go to YouTube and Google motivational speakers, top motivational speakers. Les Brown, I think, is one. He's grimy. Zig Ziglar. I mean, you name them, they're out there. And you've got to take a chance. And you may not always get the answers that you're looking for, whether it is going live on a video, whatever it may be. Yes. So some of we do the monthly book club. And I'll tell you, I already bought all 12 books in my Audible. We do one book every single month. And that's what I do. If you type in hashtag book of the month club, if you search it in Scented Community, you'll see what book we're on. At any time, we can set up a Zoom, we can chat and just share. But I think it really is so important to have the knowledge and the training coming in, because they have done it. They have lived it. Mary Christensen is a great one to listen to. This month's book is Freakishly Effective Leadership. Oh gosh, I just hit it. For network marketers. That's what we're listening to right now. And I can tell you, Renee Hall, she's on here. She's already finished it, actually. She messaged me the other day and texted me and she goes, oh my gosh, this book. In fact, I don't know if I can read what she wrote. I'm totally calling her out on here. But here's why, Renee, is it okay if I share what you texted me?
Yes, ma'am, you sure can.
Okay. I didn't want to call you out and read your thing, but this is what I really loved about this is she sent me this awesome text message, and I'm just going to summarize it. I just completed the book, Freakishly Effective Leaders. OMG, so many changes need to be made, she says. She goes, I need to apologize for taking up your time earlier in my walk, which she didn't, because never apologize for being present in your business. You're meeting me halfway. So don't ever apologize for that. I was truly not giving 100% to my business as you were suggesting. And of course, showed in the outcome. Because you're such a sweet and caring, loving person, you could see my potential and you continued to water my seeds knowing that I would finally start to grow. So we started doing coaching calls a very long time ago. Everyone else fell off. It didn't commit, didn't follow through. Every week, Renee Hall is the one that is left, still doing coaching calls with me every week. I have finally been leading, not so smart with a lot of use of my time, she says. So she's recognizing that. And then I'm so glad that you're going to be making a video for us to share with potential recruits. Instead of spending an hour of valuable time for people to show, other consultants to show up, I'm so glad that we did the one-on-one call with her new recruit. It worked out better for her. And so it really is sometimes when things don't turn out, or we offer and do something and we're not getting the results that it needs, and we take things away, it sometimes is for the better good. Like this worked out perfect for what Renee needed it and her person needed it. And so it just comes down of you, when you're pouring into yourself and listening to these books and you're reevaluating your process, what you're doing as a business owner, you do have to check yourself sometimes and think, am I doing things right? Am I getting closer to where I need to be? And when you are listening to these books and these audibles, you start realizing things like, oh my gosh, I'm totally not doing this right, or I can do this, or I can do that. And it's inspiring. It blows a breath of fresh air into you. You get confident, you're excited. And when you have that energy and that passion and that excitement and that charisma about what we love so much as Scentsy, it's easy to share that. People are drawn to that. So yeah, I think I'll post the list again, Sarah, so you have them. But yeah, we do a book every single month, and I committed. I was a terrible reader, but I can listen to it and process it that way, where I don't physically have the time to sit down and like read a book. I can listen to it while I'm really busy. I mean, that's what I fit it in. I want to make it happen because I don't ever want to stop learning, and I don't ever want to stop growing. And if somebody that you're following isn't doing that, it's okay to unfollow. Like, figure out what you're spending your time doing. It's okay if you're getting sucked in by social media and getting caught up in the, oh, well, I'm not doing that, or look, she's doing this and I'm not doing that. Then start unfollowing people. Finally realize what you're spending your time soaking in. Is it affecting you good or bad? If the answer it's not affecting you good, then stop doing it. You have a choice. You have a choice with what you want to do with your time. I think the books, I think you buy credits. It's through Amazon on Audible. But does anybody know about free ways to get the books, to stream them or podcasts? Is anybody familiar with that?
You get as long as you have an Audible subscription, you get a free credit for a book every month.
There you go. Cool. Awesome. Shayna, thank you. Okay.
You're
Oh, and
welcome.
then let's show this. Okay, so whiff boxes. So usually what I do, our whiff box is $30 every month. You get 25 PRV. It is full-size products, samples, testers, whatever. A lot of times I will call it something else like Red, White, Boom, and just buy the whiff box and put the contents in it. If you don't, just genuinely don't want to think. So this particular, I have 6. And the reason why I chose to do 6 is I went through the catalog and I found that Perfect Scentsy, which is 2 mini warmers, 6 Scentsy bars for $66. If I buy 3 of those, that's $33 a piece. Each one will get a mini warmer and 3 bars. And for this Red, White, and Boom, I decided to do Seeing Stars mini warmer, the cute little silver with the pail with the stars on it, a red bar, a blue bar, and coconut lemongrass, which is white wax, but flipped upside down, tied in a bar, red, white, and blue wax. So that's what they're getting. But I put extras in this time. So I can't advertise and show what's in it because I added extras to it. So that makes it a personal special. That's why I only put Red, White, and Boom. I have 6 left. Let me know if you want one. I put it in my VIP group. I put it on my personal wall. In this one, Walmart has got these great water bottles for $1, plastic. I picked up a deck of playing cards in the Red, White, and Boom. There was a package of like 6 necklaces for $1, so threw that in there. You can't have a Red, White, and Boom box without a little flag, so a package of flags, throw your flag in there. We did find some, Walmart had the cute little patriotic flags because it's hot as heck in Texas and I hate to sweat, so of course I'm going to put a fan in mine. We also got a package of the glow sticks and just threw a couple in here. Dollar General had a box of Pop-Its, the little poppers you throw on the concrete. And then here's another party popper. It was like in a 3-pack for $2. Threw that in there. I did find the red, white, and blue cookies and cream Hershey candy bar. I thought that was cute. These were at Walmart. They're little ice molds for the water bottle. And then if y'all are in Texas, y'all all know mosquitoes. So I did splurge and did some off because no one wants to spend 4th of July out there with the mosquitoes in Texas. So it will be all of these products, the red, white, and boom, with the mini warmer, 3 bars. You can't technically sell something if you're taking it out of the package, you can't repackage it. Just be very careful of what you're posting on social media. A lot of times, even with my realtor bundles, if they bundle them together, it's one thing. If I'm assisting them, give them the boxes, flatten them and give them to them just so they're coming, you're not reassembling, if you know what I'm saying, wink, wink. But don't blast it on social media that you're repackaging and throwing it all, like just keep it real under wraps and that way there's no radar on you. So this particular box, the red, white, and boom, it's not the whiff box. It is going to be my own contents. And I only have 6 of them. But every month, if you will get people on club, they will spend their half price item getting that whiff box for $15, and more people will get it more frequently if you can get them on the Scentsy whiff box, believe it or not. Tammy, did you have a question?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yes. What I do, I don't know if it's maybe you could tell me if I'm not making a smart money move, but what I do, I always have a whiff box in my Scentsy, my club, my Scentsy club that comes out every month. And then on the first of the month, what I do is like, okay, for this month I've already had grab bags up, like I'm collecting I won't collect their money till the end of the month, but I'm trying to see how many people want grab bags. So since I have a lot of people, I have a little bit that do buy the whiff box, but the ones that don't are mainly the ones that purchases the grab bags. So then on the first of the month, I'll go ahead and purchase usually what I do, I cut it in half. So, it's $30, so 15 and 15. But if I'm going to say I'm selling it for 20, then I'm going to add an extra product because I always buy stuff from the clearance or from my Hostess rewards.
Mhm.
So is that a good move? Because to me, and because we only get 25% PRV for the whiff box as it is. But if I'm selling them, splitting it in between 2 people, they don't know what's in it. Plus I add extras, a little
Yeah.
extras like you do, make it a theme. And then if I need to make it $20, I'll go in my closet and grab another product, a full product.
Yeah.
And I usually make more than if they bought a whiff box. I guess I'm per se, right? Or
Well, yeah, because they're getting half the content. So if all your people
they're
are
getting half plus whatever. If I'm decide to sell it for 20 or 25, then I always got extra product on hand that I can throw it to go over a little bit. Because I always go over a little bit like Scentsy does with the whiff box.
So I think you'll have those customers. What I've noticed is where I'm at, I would a lot of times felt like the $20 price point was what people could afford. I very quickly stopped just offering that because I was deciding for them. I would put a $40 whiff box out. Those suckers will be gone faster than a $20 grab bag. So I think you have to be really just play it by ear and test the waters of who your clientele is. If they're loving the $20 grab bags and you're splitting it up between the 2, keep doing it, Tammy. I mean, honestly, but offer the whiff box at a whole for 30 and try to get them on club. Or maybe it's all your people that love the grab bag. Say, okay, who wants to have a scented social with me next month? You can get a whiff box for free. It's double the size of your mystery bag.
Okay.
Because that's true, right? If you're cutting a whiff box in half, let me double your size and host a party with me. Like, are you offering the opportunity to do more than buy? So figure out how you can upsize it a little bit to get a host. It's those hosts that are joining.
Okay.
When there's a really good party, it's really hard to turn it away. So if you're not getting new team members, it's probably because you're not partying or you're probably not asking. So you've got to figure out how to implement and change that up, because I'm going to tell you, now that I'm partying again, I mean, it has changed my business. Last month I had over 7,000 in PRV, but you got to be versatile. You've got to be doing things different. You've got to do home parties. You've got to do basket parties. You've got to do the whiff boxes. You've got to have people in club. You've got to be signed up for Sit and Warmer of the Month. You've got to be sampling. You've got to be doing closing gifts. Like, you've got to be able to offer what people want. So if you're streamlining and you're only focusing on orders from people, they're not seeing you do anything else. Now they're going to be like, I bought a 6-pack of bars. It's been 6 months. Well, first of all, if you bought a 6-pack of bars for me and you're only needing wax for 6 months, we got a problem, because change your wax. People don't know how to use our products properly. It's your job to be in front of their face. Are you doing mailers? What are you doing to get in their mailbox and get fragrance under their nose? We are a relationship, parties, and fragrance. If you're not doing those 3 things, reevaluate, figure out what you got to do. The boxes I purchase at a place here called Half Price Boxes, but I believe there are some on Amazon that people do use. Christina Stainbrook has a fabulous group on Facebook that you guys can request to join. It is called, yeah, so I'm getting, I'll find the group. It's called something. Oh gosh. You know what? I'll find it. If somebody has it before, just let us know. But it's a whole group designated, but you have to be really careful. This is why I don't put too much thought and time into this or make it too personalized. You can spend a lot of time making these boxes really extra, and it's 25 PRV, you guys. So 25, 20, oh, I lost my calculator. Hold on. I'm not used to this. $25 times 0.25. You're doing a lot of work for $6.25 for one customer to use that bar and come back 6 months down the road and say, I need more bars for $6.25. So you have got to figure out what's going to help your business or hurt your business. It honestly is, it comes down to you. It's you stopping you. Thank you, Michelle, Consultant Creations. You're the best for finding that. So Tammy, figure out a different party style that works for you. Maybe it's you playing bingo in your VIP group and doing that. The depression and anxiety is going to be there, right? You're going to get help. It's going to be there regardless. You've got to figure out what's comfortable for you to work the party style that you're comfortable with. Okay. Everyone's different. And well, it comes down to a choice, right? I really do believe it can be a choice. You can pray about it, and you're on here with us live. You have no problem coming on here and sharing, but you're not alone. And I want you to know that you are not by yourself. You have got people that love you. And I know COVID's kind of threw a weird thing into play with everybody being online and having our friendships through a screen. But praise God, we still have that. I mean, can you think about all the people that just don't even have a friend or a Scentsy sister or mister that they can even turn to? People would die to be doing what we're doing right now, just to have somebody to hang out with for a little bit. So don't discredit if it's something that you aren't getting or not getting to do, because there's always somebody out there worse. You are getting to do what some people dream of doing. And I think that's very important to remember. It doesn't have to be like this forever. It doesn't. It is a choice, and it's baby steps. You got to do what you can do by putting yourself out there to be vulnerable But it is the confidence. It is that courage. It's that list of things that I read off today. I mean, when I found that today, I felt like the Lord just put that article on my heart, and I was speaking to a lot of people that needed to hear that today. And when that stuff comes to me, I deliver the message. Sometimes I feel like this is church, because when it gets laid on my heart, it comes out. And a lot of times the things we talk about, it comes and plays into so many different aspects of our life. But you have to show up to hear it, right? And you got to show up to make changes. And it's baby steps. We're not all going to be 6-figure income earners by the end of this year. I mean, you can be if you want to, but it's baby steps. It's moving forward, not backwards. So if that means you doing one party a month where it's short video clips and you post the video clips, so be it. But don't let partying stop you. There's a lot of different party styles out there. Online, basket party, in person. I mean, you name it, you could do it. The possibilities are there. It's you finding your way to where you're constantly meeting new people and offering the opportunity to them, honestly. But it's you are where you need to be, Tammy. I want you to know that, and that you are loved, you are supported. And if there are other people on here, and if you're connecting with Tammy or feeling how Tammy is right now, y'all pair up, send each other a message. It is the power of connecting with other people, like-minded people, that your circle, if you're the smartest person in your circle of people you're hanging out with on a daily basis, you need to find a new circle. You should really be the one that knows the least of the people you're hanging out with, because that's going to motivate you to be better and do better. If everybody's coming to you in your circle for all the answers, you got to find a new circle for a little bit, because you're not going to grow. You're not going to get better. See right here, Minty, you might be my twin, Tammy. I feel your passion. So right now, Tammy Mayo and Minty Bullard need to start a message with each other on Facebook, and y'all can start Zooming and work together and just start a conversation. It starts with a conversation. The minute you decide to get disconnected, pull away from your business and stop learning, so will your business. You can either dive in or jump out. It's whichever one, it's your choice. All right, we are at the top of the hour. Love you guys so much. We'll see you Thursday night. We're talking about promotions, how to hit each level, specifically where you're at, getting paid at title, and why it is so important in your business. That is going to be Thursday night shift. So we will see you guys then. Let me put the little thing for our drawing. I'm going to put it in the chat, so pay attention. Here is your email header, the title. What is my weird word that I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to choose? I'm going to choose this. Everybody go to the chat really quick. And, I know what my title is going to be. My favorite one. This title is going to be long, but y'all are just going to have to do it. Okay, Zoom, chat. Your email header should say this. Here's my email address. I want 5 takeaways from tonight, or you can tell me where you're stuck and where you want help with. That could be one of your 5s. So your email is my favorite quote from tonight. Pain is inevitable. You don't have to put the number 4, sorry. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Love that one. And email me your top 5 takeaways from tonight's call. There will be a drawing for those that are on live. Everybody got the header? There's the header, and my email is chickswithbricks@yahoo.com. All right, everybody done? All right, we'll see y'all Thursday night. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.